Welcome to Louisville.
Louisville, however you say it, this Kentucky city surprised us in all the best ways. From baseball to bourbon, this city has so much to offer. Stick around, we'll show you what we did on our week in Louisville, Kentucky. Last week, we explored southern Kentucky, visiting Mammoth Cave National Park and checking out some rare Corvettes in Bowling Green. This week, we're headed to Kentucky's biggest city, Louisville. It's known for bourbon, baseball bats, and of course, the Kentucky Derby, which just so happened to be going on while we were in town. Unfortunately, we forgot to bring our derby hats, so we skipped the race crowds and watched from the cozy comfort of our camper.
But it will be sovereignty to rule the Kentucky Derby!
But don't worry, we still got a real taste of Louisville, and we can't wait to take you along. We stayed just across the Ohio River in Indiana at Charlestown State Park, about a 30-minute drive from downtown Louisville. It's a peaceful park with great river views, large campsites, including full hookup options, and a bunch of trails, most of which were a bit too slippery thanks to all the rain we got this week. Still, it made for a great home base. Whenever the skies cleared, we headed downtown to explore. We started with the Big Four Bridge. This former railroad turned pedestrian walkway connects Indiana and Kentucky and offers some awesome views of the Ohio River and the Louisville skyline. Want the best view of Louisville? Cross back into Indiana and head to Ashland Park near the Falls of the Ohio State Park. You'll get a picture-perfect skyline view, and it's totally free. Downtown Louisville really surprised us. We loved the old buildings with their intricate cast iron facades, the Louisville Slugger Walk of Fame, and the art scattered around town, like decorated horses and even a massive gold-painted statue of David in the middle of the city. As the home of several stops on the Bourbon Trail, Louisville has no shortage of distilleries. We wanted to check out a tour, but everything was booked up, possibly thanks to Derby Week. Lesson learned, book ahead. Still, it gives us the perfect excuse to come back. One absolute must-do, the Louisville Slugger Museum and Factory. You literally can't miss it. There's a giant 120-foot baseball bat outside, a replica of Babe Ruth's R43 model bat. Tickets were $24 per adult, and that includes access to the museum and factory tour. Inside, we got to see some game-used bats, including ones from Babe Ruth and Hank Aaron, and several other pro players, both past and present. You can even hold some of them, which was pretty incredible. This museum is small, but packed full of some cool stuff. We even watched someone hand make a bat. The factory tour itself was a highlight. You get to learn about the bat making process and watch bats being made up close. Video is not allowed in the factory, but you can take photos. It was pretty neat to walk around and see the bat making process, and we even got to hold a few custom bats. At the end, you get a mini Louisville Slugger bat to take home. This whole experience was so cool. Louisville's food scene is worth the trip alone. We enjoyed brunch at Biscuit Belly, which is a chain restaurant, but we've never tried them before. Here we shared a delicious breakfast biscuit sandwich. Don't skip the Bonuts, which are biscuit donut holes dipped in bourbon cream cheese frosting and berry jam. Yes, please. For dinner, we hit Merle's Whiskey Kitchen downtown. I had a Kentucky Mule, bourbon-based of course, and Keisha had tacos, while I went for chicken and waffles. Everything here was delicious. For dessert, we tracked down some famous Derby pie, which is like a pecan pie, but made with chocolate, walnuts, and a splash of bourbon. We had this delicious slice at Bluegrass Brewing Company in downtown. We also stopped by Muth's Candies in the Nulu district, a candy shop that's been around for more than 100 years. We each got the best of Louisville, which comes with a bourbon ball, a mojeska, which is a caramel-covered marshmallow, and a chocolate horseshoe. The bourbon balls weren't for us, but the horseshoe was great. Yep, not the biggest fan of the bourbon balls. Had to chase it with a milk chocolate horseshoe. Even with all the rain, we had an awesome time in Louisville. This city has so much charm, incredible food, beautiful historic buildings, and so many things to explore. We'll definitely be back for a bourbon tour and to dive even deeper into what the city has to offer. Next week, we're heading further into Indiana for a new adventure on the Whitewater River. So be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss it. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Not the biggest fan of the bourbon balls. It's just not for us.
Disgusting.
Okay, I can't put that on YouTube.
I don't know what I'm doing. We didn't have these when I was a kid. Not this specifically, anyway. This is pretty fun, though.
Yeah?
Yeah.